Everything you need to know in deciding between a single boa and a double boa shoe. I wore the Burton Imprint 2 from 2017 until this past year. Originally, I had only been wearing it about once or twice a season, so it didn't get that much use. And then when I moved to a spot where it snowed and I put in about 45 days on this thing, its ultimate demise was that my snowboard edge, when I was holding it on the chairlift, ended up over time cutting the boa in half. So that was the ultimate demise of this shoe. But the real thing that I found was that I always felt my heel was slipping. No matter how tight I tightened the insole and no matter how tight I tightened the boa, I always had a little bit of give in the heel. So that was one thing that I didn't like about this shoe. Ultimately, I love the ease of the boa, and not to complain too much about the shoe, it was fine. But that was a heel slipping issue. It was relatively cheap and it got the job done for a number of years. So if you're just looking for a couple days on the mountain every year, every 2 years, this shoe is probably going to be enough for you. But moving into the double boa system, I ended up going with the Mora for last season. And that is because, number one, it solves that issue of my snowboard edge rubbing up against the shoe, and it has the double boa feature. And so one thing that I found about the Mora in particular that I really like is that it's really wide, but more so about the boa is that this one constricts the heel and this one constricts kind of the rest of the foot. So I can get a more precise heel lock in this one to have a little more responsiveness when you're riding. I didn't realize how much the shoes actually impacted my riding. So if you're someone that's looking to get a couple more days on the mountain and you want and care about performance, I think that the double boa is going to add a level of security and just good feel to your riding that you might not get with the single boa shoe. Of course, money is a factor, but I have found that when my snowboarding gear fits really well, I end up feeling better and having better days on the mountain. So investing in a good pair of shoes will make even a beginner rider feel better on the mountain and more comfortable. The worst thing that you can do is have your feet hurt on the mountain. So overall, I would recommend the double boa shoe.